Welcome everyone to our Ease series, and today's topic is Ease with Voice. As this is our last call of 2024, wow, another year we managed with Ease series, all thanks to you guys. This was my second year of doing that. Let's see what else is possible for next year. So when I tapped into this like very last minute for today's call, I just felt, where are you all not ready to have the voice through which you can really start a fresh year? What is that voice means in your reality? Is this just a voice what we talk? Like only when I speak, is that the voice how you'll address in this reality? Is it what you suppress or something else when I say the word voice? What comes up for you all? Like always, you all can write it in the chat. Unmute, identity, beautiful. What else? Anyone? What's coming up? Suppress, beautiful. Okay, these are good. If anyone, anything else, expression of who I be. Okay, so you identify basically as this frustration. Beautiful. Standing up for myself. Okay, so everything, all that is, we know the energy, as I'm not saying the clearing here. Now look at that. When you all said all these energies, is it true that you only resonate yourself with all these words? It's only your identity, it's a frustration of you. What else y'all did y'all say? Like a suppression of you, or there's something more here? If you guys had no voice, okay, let's just for 10 seconds just perceive this energy, all of y'all. There would be more, not able to express the anger. Beautiful. So now just look at this. We took away actual voice, the vocal voice, what we all talk, we took it away. What would happen to you all? Anyone? What comes up? Would it be uncomfortable? Would it be not possible? Your identity will not be the same. What will happen? Feel sad. Beautiful.
Won't be the same.
So good way, bad way?
Bad way.
Beautiful. Anyone else? What happens? We took away your voice for 10 seconds in this reality. You can't speak a word in a linear way. You're still you. You're still exactly in that same body. Only the vocal voice, you are not able to talk. You can chat it, you can do everything. You can know the sign language of this reality, but only thing you can't talk. What will happen to you? Frustration, choke. Beautiful.
I think people will take more advantage of the situation.
Wow.
Will
Will take advantage of you and
They will take advantage of me more.
okay.
Suppress me more. I will lose my identity is what I'm feeling.
Okay,
Only
beautiful.
to-
Beautiful. So everything all that is, we are aware of the clearing. Now look at that. You all having that voice and not having that voice. We are talking in the extreme right now, but I'm going to break it down in more detail. But just look at these two brackets. When you guys are having the voice, you are still varies in the similar pattern of energy. Just taking away your vocal voice, you're almost feeling same, but little more on a deeper emotion. So technically, you guys having the voice or not having the voice in this world, you are claiming to be same. Because it's actually not about this vocal cord what we have. There is beyond the energy who you would like to be in this world. That's the voice, the true voice of you. Where you all are not ready to show up in your being that you can have so much more. Because if you have noticed, there are so many people in this linearity that who don't even talk somewhere, and just their presence, we know that he or she's come, and you know what, you want to give them that glance and go like, wow, he or she is so powerful, or he or she's so beautiful, or she's so much. Look at it in the more simpler way. Even sometimes when you've never seen people and you see their photo, what is that voice talking about their body? That's the energy. That's the true voice of how people hold their space. But in linearity way, we all have made it real. Till the time I don't talk, till the time I don't express, till the time I don't get my message across to that person, my voice don't value, or my identity is only so much when I talk in that pitch or this or that. They are a part of you. It doesn't mean that is wrong, but that everything? Because we make our being limited, that only this is my capacity. So wherever you guys all need to stand to be learn to be honest about it, if you really tapped into your body, how much do you all love to suppress the true voice of you? Whose thought forms, whose beliefs have you all bought into that if you really showed up in your 100% capacity, what would really show up for you? If you just give yourself permission just for today, it's Christmas, you can have that gift of you as we are taking it that way. If you just had the true voice, you'll really think you all will create more fight, ruckus in your life. And will you hurt anyone? Is it really true? The more you guys will acknowledge your being in your voice, the true who you be, how much more you guys will create. That we believe I rather not say something to someone, so-called house at work, there'll be less fight. Because you rather be less than rather be that true voice who you would like to be. It doesn't make you wrong, because out here we all understand we are not making anyone less or more, or this is right or this is wrong, but we're just giving all of you that space. When you're holding that voice for you, how much more would you all create? And that voice is really not going tomorrow telling your boss, what, screw you, or that colleague or that family member, how dare you speak to me today, I'm going to have my voice. It's not about proving. It was never about proving. Because when I'm proving, I am fighting my being, my energy even more to show somebody else who I am not. So that voice will never match up with you. We are giving the true potency. Where have you literally created a separation that you cannot have that wholesome of you here? That if you allowed it every nanosecond, it's just more energetic. The minute you'll allow it energetically to yourself, the more the voice of this world for you will start changing with every person. It doesn't have to be consciously also, oh, with this person, I'll be this, will that. It's when you are ready to come in your own capacity, that's when the things will change. Of course, in details, that's where now the class comes up, right voice for you and everything, which FYI, I am one of the facilitators in India. We're just two of us, but that's a secondary. But just to give you the little bit, just a teaser of it, that's what the energy does. Because in the class, we go in more detail with more tools and activities where you were rejected as you in your voice to show up as 100%. So I'm just giving you a very minor teaser. How much are you guys daily rejecting to show up in your capacity, the true voice? Just perceive this, exactly what you really wanted to tell your family member or your work, or what you would like to tell the world through your voice. For someone, it could be in the singing, someone would be like to show up more on social media or in a social gathering. What would really happen to you if you really showed up today? If you really make up your mind, what will happen? Will something crash? Will someone get more angry, hurt? What is the truly energy getting coming up that where you all are not choosing that voice? What's the worst can happen to you all? Or your so-called surrounding? What's the worst can happen? Anyone? You don't write anything on the chat? Like how you all wrote earlier in the chat, you all will feel bad or choked or frustrated. If you all really showed up, vilification, okay? And then what will happen? Something will come and harm you through that? And when y'all someone said frustration, that anger, will anyone really get angry? Or it's just a perception of you that yourself so hurt and angry that you're not showing up in yourself? We are made to believe in this reality that when I will speak up, I will be harming someone else. But in bargain, who are we hurting is only our being. The perception, my relation will be messed up. So, truth, is it really true? We are again saying we don't have to go fight. We are not saying that you have to put them in place. If you really showed up in your own capacity of the voice, you would really like to hold that space. Will people really get messed up? Or they will be so distinct, oh wow, who is he or she? Even we would like to have that. And if they're so called to be against you, were they your true people? Or you were believing they were your people? Because in this reality, again, we've been taught this is your loved ones, this is your family, and this is the only territory you have to be around. That doesn't mean we're telling you all to go against them, but you literally will see the clarity who really has your back. But are you really ready to have your back and your space in this world? The question we need to ask daily, am I really ready to have my voice in the world? And if I allowed it, even just for half a day, how much more would you perceive what you can be and create through that voice? And if you're aware that when you're showing up, even if that relation is getting messed up or not messed up, you need to be honest. Are you okay to offend people, even if they are still your loved ones? Because your loved ones will still hold your space. Because you're never fighting. We are not saying you have to prove, you have to fight, or you have to make another person less. But we are asking that space, what do you love by making your voice so less that the other person gets comfortable and you get uncomfortable in this world? Because again and again, in every form, you're telling the world, my being, my voice doesn't exist. And that's why people can treat us, okay, you know what, he or she is okay. I can talk to them anyhow. They can just go away. They can abuse you. They can make you believe you're less. It's all a perception who is doing it. And then we say, you know what, my house members treat me this way, or, certain things I'm not comfortable with. But who's doing that? Because we are showing the world my voice doesn't matter. And when your voice doesn't matter, your existence doesn't matter. As we expressed earlier, it's never about this vocal voice. Truth, what is truly coming up for you guys? Is this topic getting uncomfortable? Yeah, go ahead, Vinny. You can unmute.
Yeah, Rashi, a child, he or she doesn't have any point of view, right?
Mhm.
But if he, say, becomes brutally honest with his parents, or, like you were saying, having your own voice and all. So, first time, if he, tells the truth and what he feels makes his parents uncomfortable, and he gets a good beaten up. Okay. So that time he or she gets the message that, okay, it's not okay to make other people uncomfortable. And while growing up also, the same thing keeps repeating. Okay. For example, um, if he becomes honest with his girlfriend or something, and there is a repercussion, and keeps repeating, right? So you will be vilified, right? I mean,
Okay, beautiful. Your question is completely valid because as we are growing up, we are made to look in the society in a certain way that you cannot have your voice, you have to talk only this way and that way. So, what it gets happens to us, we make a comfort pattern by believing that what my parents or the elders or the loved ones told you, that is real. But when that true child, when he or she was growing up, he exactly knew that's the space to be. It was not about just a vocal truth or to express only that energy. He was coming from the space what he or she was aware from. That holding that wholesome of that, you know what, I can express that in the world. I'm not taking any part that away that, what a child or while we growing up all go through it. But then as an adult, when you are aware of these, you have the tools to change it.
Yeah.
It becomes a choice that you still want to believe. It doesn't make your parents wrong, the loved one, the society, no one wrong here. And it doesn't even make that child right or wrong either. Everyone just did it from their capacity, and we wanted to fit in to that family or that whole surrounding. We tend to do that. And once the programming gets locked, that becomes a comfort zone, that how much I will express, how much I'll show up, who I will lie to, who will I not distinct. Because that's a coping way, the coping mechanism of it, that how much I can be myself, which voice and where. That's why certain times, if you notice, in certain people, we are very ourselves.
Yes.
And in front of few people, we'll just contract, few people I don't even want to see, and few people I just don't want to be visible only.
Yes.
And so you don't want to go and you'll claim that this is my family, but majority of people don't want to go to that family. So how are we saying they are your family? It's not making them wrong, but that voice you have suppressed to yourself to never show up there as you, because of that one beating or one incident as child. So that inner child has locked that voice there, that he or she knows that if I'll show up, I have so much more, but it's easier I don't. So you get a choice that would you like to really heal that child of yours or that incident of yours. That's how it comes into the session, that comes in your body process or a class like Right Voice, Foundation, bars, wherever, or any other modality. Because sometimes it's not just one layer. I could even help someone, like I'm not making it personal, I could even heal someone in a session with them, like taking them there. But again, it's a choice how much he or she is ready to release it. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It doesn't make me wrong as a facilitator to guide them there. It doesn't make them wrong how much they want to release. Because there'll be always a lot of hidden energies, how much he or she is comfortable to be themselves in the world. That's what the beauty of Axel was. I like, there is ample of not only beyond this lifetime, things get changed. The point is, are you all really daily to demand in your voice to show up? It's a daily muscle. It's like a daily when you're eating and this thing. Can you all guys really live without water and food? No. It's a daily feeding energy to your to your physical body. So if you really would like to, on a subconscious change and demand for more, the choices is all about what choice would you really like to change now. And if it's working for you of being less, and a lot of people are comfortable, again, we're not going to make any of that wrong. It's working. Because so many times people at a bigger level, especially in Asian culture, it is, when I'm quiet, people are happy. So I rather be the sad one. So what are you asking to the universe? You're telling the universe, you know what? My quietness, being the kind one. But sorry to break it to you all, you're being the most unkind energy to the earth and to yourself. Because you're part of the nature. When I'm unkind to myself, I'm harming the nature 10 times more. Because you're literally telling yourself, I don't belong to the being of this world. My existence doesn't matter. So you all need to start asking, who are you all really being here? For whose voices have you all shut yourself to never show up as you? There will be a lot of people whose actual parents or grandparents who made you all believe not to have it. They don't even exist in the physical world, but you have locked that energy to still not have your voice. That soul has really gone past and taken a new birth also by now, maybe. But you guys still being in this body are still not choosing to have you. So look at that, how much power they all unknowingly love giving it to others and make them more comfortable. That you are better being uncomfortable is more easier. And a lot of time people think the underline to this is that when I'm uncomfortable, I'm rather being the kind one or I'm being the superior one. That is again a proving energy, which you're not. Because what you are, you don't need to prove that energy in this reality. And someone not being happy with their voice, it's a part of your creation. What is a creativity? I can enhance my creativity. A particular voice, how we sound, or this thing, the modulation, yes, I can change and make it more creative. That power you have in this reality in a different way to do it. But till the time you're trying to tell the world, my voice doesn't matter, the world will keep showing you circumstances where they can make you believe you're nobody, you're just a bulk in the masses. It's a total free will. I'm just going to read the chat. I don't have any choice currently. Is it really true? We always have a choice. When I like to play the victim is also my choice. It doesn't again make you wrong. You need to ask, what's the value of playing the victim? Of course, consciously we'll all say, who likes to be a victim? Who would not like to have their voice? Who wouldn't want to have everything? So ask, how much do you love to play that less energy in the world? Because on a subconscious level, it is feeding some energy of your reality. Because we are aware, when I'll change that energy, all those beautiful words you all will give me. That includes me too. Oh, I'll be powerful, I'll have so much more money, I'll have blah, blah. The whole list can of the positive side we can give. And the negative side also we are aware because we're already feeling it. But what is more comfortable is that feeding energy, I rather feel fearful than showing up as me. So it's like an energy of conscious blocking that. I'd rather be less than have that voice in this world. It's a comfort. It's like our own gateway of blocking it. I'm not going to open this door to have more. Go ahead, Shamshiji.
Uh, so in my case, what is happening is I maybe I'm believing it that if I stay quiet for some time and have my money, then maybe a different reality will show up. I'm looking at like I'm not currently earning, so when I have that money, then maybe I can choose to have a different place to stay. But I'm really now really thinking that having a different place will really give me my voice. Thank you for opening up this Pandora's box.
Beautiful. So keep asking that if my quietness will really create more or it's just my perception. Because your point of view at every nanosecond will create a reality. It is that fast. I'm just going to read this on the chat. I have found a voice after coming to Access, but still regret not being able to speak up earlier. Okay, so what's the value of holding to that guilt? Because that's also feeding that I want to believe my past was so screwed up and something of that energy is still making me less. Instead of looking at that energy, wow, I could play the victim for 10 years, 20 years, or 50 years, or 100 years of my life. It was feeding something. Like even if today, in some area of your life where you're not showing up, it's feeding. It doesn't make you wrong or screwed up in this world. It's the agenda which in certain at a level of life, it is working for us. And look at that energy. If you let go of your past guilt that for so long I was not having my voice, what is it? What's the value of holding on to it? Because it's giving you some value of comparing yourself how I was or not I was. But that was also a part of you. It was as beautiful as what you are ready to outcreate that energy. You can even look at that. Oh, I created that energy so I could come here. It's like as simple as, how Einstein always said, I know 99 ways how a bulb doesn't work, or electricity doesn't get created that way. If I'm using the right phrase, tomorrow people might just quote me. It's something like that. So did it make him wrong or right? No, he just knew that 99 ways did not. But that got him where now, that one other technique which got him. And since we are ready to have the voice of people who can see the difference, keep asking, how does it get any better than this and what else is possible? Because that possibility is the voice, the choices, what you guys are going to make and create your reality. What else is coming up? Anyone, any other question? So can you all demand the energy What is gone is gone. Even this beautiful 2024, the good, bad, ugly of that year is almost over. Are we really ready to create a new possibility in 2025 for yourself? Can you make a demand of you, not a promise? Because promises are always meant to be broken. As we know, resolutions are meant to be broken. Can you make a demand of your being? It's a choice. It's not going to come across in one day or 1 hour. It's just a daily demand. Can I show up in my true capacity? In a simpler way is to ask for your own capacity to show up. And see what the beautiful energies of your body being starts to show up to you. The more you allow it, the universe will have its own charm to show it to you. It will come through some atmosphere, some people being that energy to you, and that you feel you can have more. It just has its own way, because when you're demanding, the universe can see every nanosecond what you are ready to have in this world. It has no point of view when you say, no, I want to be hidden or I want to be visible. And showing up and having a voice doesn't mean that we all have to become a celebrity or have to be on social media. It's just holding your space. If someone likes that side is a different thing, but I'm just giving that space. It's not about, because a lot of people say, oh, I just want peace in my family. What is it required? Everyone knows me. It's not only to get visible in the world. It's about having your true back through your voice, and who you would like to be and create in this world. It's that true, that vocal. It's not about this chord, what comes out of your mouth. It's about the energy, what you really can show the world. Because this voice is technically, the tongue was created because the underlying, so your food gets chewed. And that's how the vocal cords were made, to just speak up. That's a different energy, which I'm not going to talk right now about that. It's just to give you that space. How much more can we have by just making a demand of you through your voice in this world? Anyone, any last question, or we are good for today?
Hey,
Rashi,
do you
Okay, one person, suddenly everyone went.
yeah, I'll wait.
Okay, yeah, Shamshed, go ahead.
so do you do personal sessions for even
Yes.
right voice for you?
Yes.
Oh,
First
thank
session, 1-day class, full 3-day class, all that is taken care.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Anjuji?
Yeah, Rashi, for me, over a period of time, rightly or wrongly, I'm not getting into that. I
Mhm.
figured that it's better for me to just keep quiet. There's less controversy.
You joined
There's
at the
less.
same time. I did speak about that, but come to your
No, I
question.
joined late. My husband was ill, so the doctor had come, etc., etc. All
Okay,
that, so I got late.
that's okay.
Although I had put an alarm for 5
No,
to
no,
9.
that's okay. But
Any,
your question.
yeah. So my question was that, I decided that it's better to keep quiet than talk and get, into a controversy or argument or get snapped at, because and then get into a bad mood and get, things get bad.
Okay, so truth.
But
Hmm.
but having said that, there is still a lot of uneasiness and still a lot of, on the one level, there is peace, but on the other level, there is uneasiness.
Exactly. I was going to question you that. You answered it
Yeah.
yourself. So that's the biggest lie. Because in this reality, that's what I said. When you will get the recording again, do you hear the initial part? I spoke about exactly that. That this is just where we are fooling ourselves. Because when you claim that you want to make peace for this reality, you're the most ones killing and suffering in this world is only you. That's why there will be never be ease. And when we say on the superficial level, you all are feeling peaceful, but internally you all are breaking into peace is. So you need to be honest how much all of y'all have loved to be less in this reality. It's a choice, because how much ever you can suppress yourself, not speak up, do everything for the world, it will never be enough. In bargain, who will die in this reality is only you. You will be in that pieces, in creating the piece of this reality. So you all need to ask, are you really ready to have your voice? Because when you're showing up, we are not telling people to fight with you, or you have to get angry, or you have to prove your point. We are asking you from the space, are you ready to truly show up in your energy? It's a choice. That's why when we said all the tools, all comes in practice. Because a lot of things your mind can start getting it. It will only change when you really make it in the actual energy in your reality. Because mind gets a lot of things. But till the time it's not changed on your subconscious, your patterns will keep repeating. When you're asking for the true change, is the demand at the subconscious level that you're really going to be that energy. And the fastest way, that's why people think, oh, we are promoting about classes, sessions, because that's the thing when you're giving hand on hand to walk that path, that it will become easier for people. So so make a demand that where am I not choosing to show up as my true voice? Demand that daily energy and see what starts to show up. Yeah. So thank you guys. We are going to stop here.
Thank you, Rashi.
Smita ji, can you come to the camera? I want to see your beautiful Christmas look. I'm going to take that photo. I'm going to stop the recording.